Hi, so my name is Loa and I will be talking about very interesting culture that's not known to many people. And I'm sure most of you have not heard of this culture, so it is the Uzbek culture. And here are some sites in Uzbekistan. It's a city called Bukhara. So here it is. So with the culture, it consists of high uncertainty avoidance, traditional gender roles, and also they value silence. There's a lot of things. It's a very interesting culture, but we will focus on high uncertainty avoidance. So this means that people in Uzbekistan tend to keep to themselves compared to American culture where I was raised. People greet each other, they smile, they say hello, they start conversations, meet new people and so on. In Uzbekistan, it's completely different. Doing that makes a person seem weird or unusual. For example, if a person is walking by someone and smiles at them, that is deemed as very weird. People don't go up to strangers and say, wow, like you're beautiful or something. That's completely disrespectful compared to like the United States, where people are really friendly and they accept compliments and tend to, just communicate with strangers. In Uzbekistan, that is not normal. They have like their own rules of who to talk to, not to talk to strangers ever. And yeah, so besides that, they also value silence. This is a picture from another old city, which is called Samarkand. So valuing silence basically means that, for example, in a conversation, when two are having a conversation, it could either be that silence is disrespectful or is respectful. Valuing silence in Uzbekistan is what they do. If someone isn't talking, that's deemed as respectful, for example. So say someone's talking and there's nothing else to say, and like a person tries to continue a conversation, especially with elderly people, it's better if you're silent and the elderly person talks, compared to the United States, where people usually take silence as a disrespectful manner. But in Uzbekistan, it is definitely something that is respected, and it's something that is valued. Like it says, value in silence. Next, we have the gender roles. So Uzbekistan is a very, I'd say it's not religious, but traditional. It follows its traditions from years ago, from decades ago. So obviously the gender roles are traditional, meaning that men are usually the ones that work while women sit at home. They take care of the children, they cook, they clean, and they don't work. The men are usually the breadwinners of the house, compared to the United States, where there is a working force of women in medical fields and business fields. Women have their own businesses here. There's not a lot of that in Uzbekistan at all. So one of the sources that showed me this was the Asian bank management, which is very interesting. And yeah, they mentioned that the traditional gender roles continue on into this day. So yeah, and there was also another article on Uzbek traditions and gender roles, how there are times where men lay their hands on the woman and that is considered normal, as it ages back to historical days when men also thought it was okay to touch women. It's deemed as normal there, and many women take that as normal because that's what they think. And Yeah, so there's a lot of differences between the United States and Uzbek culture. I was personally raised in America, but I have experienced the culture of Uzbekistan. It is significantly different, and it's very hard to transition from Uzbek culture to American culture when you've lived in Uzbekistan your whole entire life. The United States is more of a free country, so people have a say, females have a say, and there's a workforce of females. None of that really exists in the Uzbek culture, but there are some pros, such as the foods there or the sightseeing. Like, for example, there's a lot of beautiful art and amazing delicious food, and just if you do have friends and all of that, the people are friendly if you do know them. But other than that, it's not it has a lot of work that they have to work on. And here is my bibliography and half of the flag. Thank you.